Welcome to the world where over 627,000 new businesses open each year in the United States alone. In such a bustling marketplace, how can your small business not just survive but thrive? How do you make your brand not just noticed but remembered? This isn't just about having a great product or service. It's about forging a unique brand identity that resonates deeply with your audience, making your business the needle in the haystack that people are actually excited to find. Did you know that a signature color can boost brand recognition by 80%? Or that brands that consistently present themselves well are 3 to 4 times more likely to enjoy excellent brand visibility? In the upcoming chapters, we'll unveil 6 crucial tips to mold your brand into something unmistakably you. From tapping into the power of your brand's DNA, weaving compelling narratives, to creating a sensory experience that sticks with your customers long after they've left, we've got you covered. Prepare to dive deep, embrace uniqueness, and transform the way you connect with the world. Let's make your brand not just seen, but unforgettable. Ready to get started? Let's jump right in. Chapter 1: Cultivating your brand's DNA. Every successful brand starts with a clear understanding of its core identity, or what we might call its DNA. This isn't just about what your business does, but who your business is at its heart. What values drive your company? Are you all about innovation, or do you champion sustainability? These aren't just buzzwords, they're the pillars of your brand's identity. Think of Apple's commitment to think different, or Nike's challenge to just do it. These aren't just catchy slogans, they are deep reflections of the brand's identities. Crafting your brand's DNA requires you to dig deep and define what you stand for. This is your first step in standing out in a crowded market. According to a survey by Sprout Social, 64% of consumers want brands to connect with them. So, if you're clear about your brand's values, you can connect more effectively. Let's say your small business is dedicated to eco-friendly products. This isn't just a feature of what you sell, it's the core of your brand's DNA. Every decision, from production to packaging, should reflect this commitment. Here's a practical tip: create a brand Bible. This document should outline everything from your mission statement to your color palette, ensuring consistency across all touchpoints. A consistent brand is a recognizable brand. Remember, when your business practices align with your brand's DNA, customers take notice. And they remember. Chapter 2: Niche Narratives. Storytelling that sells. Now, how do you tell the world about your brand's DNA? Through powerful storytelling. A great story can not only capture attention but also build emotional connections with your audience. For small businesses, this is your secret weapon in the battle against bigger, less personal competitors. Take the example of Warby Parker. They transformed the buying of eyeglasses, a mundane task, into an exciting narrative about innovation, cost-cutting, and social good. They tell a story of a world where every pair of glasses bought means a pair is donated to someone in need. This story resonates because it adds a human element to a simple purchase. Your brand story should be everywhere, on your website, in your marketing materials, and even in how you train your staff. When everyone in your company can tell your story compellingly, you weave a richer, more engaging tapestry that wraps your customers into your narrative. Remember, good stories aren't just told, they're shown. Use real-life examples of your brand in action. Perhaps you own a cafe that sources local ingredients. Share stories of your farmers, your culinary experiments, and the joy of tasting the fresh, local produce. Stories like these don't just sell a product, they sell an experience. In the digital age, it's easy to get lost in a sea of content. But as Seth Godin famously said, marketing is no longer about the stuff you make, but about the stories you tell. Your small business might not have the budget of giants, but in the currency of authenticity, you are rich. Use it well. Chapter 3: Visual Vocabulary. Beyond logos and colors. When we think of a brand, its logo often pops into our minds first. But a brand's visual identity is so much more, it's a complete language. This visual vocabulary can include anything from the typography on your website to the design of your business cards. It's all about the details that communicate who you are at a glance. A standout example is Instagram's use of vibrant, eye-catching gradients in its logo. This isn't just for show, it tells a story of creativity and connection. For small businesses, the challenge is to craft a visual style that's both unique and reflective of their identity. According to research, consistent brand presentation across all platforms can increase revenue by up to 23%. Start by choosing colors that convey your brand's personality. If you're all about tranquility and wellness, soft blues and greens can be soothing choices. Then, think about your fonts. Are you a modern tech company? A sleek, sans serif font might be right for you. These elements should work together to tell your brand story without saying a word. Your visual vocabulary should also extend to your imagery. Use photos and graphics that align with your brand's tone. If your brand is community-focused, pictures of real people and real events can boost authenticity. It's important to remember that every visual choice you make builds your brand's overall image. Chapter 4: Sensory Branding. Engage all 5 senses. While most branding focuses on visuals, engaging all 5 senses can create a truly memorable experience. Sensory branding is about aligning the sensory elements of your brand to evoke specific feelings and memories. Starbucks is a master at this, with its signature coffee aroma and music creating a cozy, inviting atmosphere. For small businesses, think about the tactile feel of your products. If you run a boutique, for example, high-quality, textured paper for your bags can convey luxury. Even the weight of the paper matters. It's about how the experience feels in your customer's hand. Sound is another powerful sensory tool. A study by Leicester University found that playing French music in a wine shop increased sales of French wines. What does your brand sound like? If you own a yoga studio, calming, meditative sounds can enhance your client's experience. Scent is another often overlooked aspect. Real estate agents know the trick of baking cookies during open houses to create a warm, inviting aroma. If you own a physical store, consider a signature scent. Could a hint of leather sell more handcrafted goods? It's all about creating an environment that feels like an extension of your brand. Incorporating these sensory elements ensures that every interaction with your brand is immersive and engaging. It turns simple transactions into experiences and cements your brand in your customers' memories. By thoughtfully designing your visual vocabulary and engaging all senses, your brand identity will not just be seen but experienced. This holistic approach can set your small business apart in a busy marketplace and leave a lasting impression on your customers. Chapter 5: Digital Persona. Crafting your online influence. In today's digital age, having a strong online presence is crucial for small businesses. It's not just about being online, but how you craft your digital persona to reflect your unique brand identity. A recent study showed that 81% of shoppers conduct online research before buying. This means your online presence is often your first chance to make an impression. Start with your website. It's the digital front door to your business. Make sure it's clean, navigable, and mirroring your brand's visual and verbal identity. Every page should breathe your brand's values. Are you eco-friendly? Highlight this with green themes and sustainable stories. Social media is another powerful tool. It's not just for posting, it's for connecting. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter give you direct lines to your customers. Use them to convey your brand's personality. Be consistent in your messaging and visuals. Remember, consistency leads to recognition, and recognition leads to trust. Also, consider your SEO strategy. Keywords aren't just SEO juice, they can reinforce what your brand is about. If you're a local bakery, words like fresh, organic, neighborhood can boost your SEO and align with your brand identity. According to Google, searches for local plus near me have increased by more than 900% over 2 years. Being discoverable online is no longer optional, it's essential. Chapter 6: Feedback Loops. Evolve with your audience. The final chapter in creating a standout brand identity is learning to evolve with your audience. The most successful businesses listen to their customers. Feedback is not just criticism, it's gold. Jeff Bezos once said, "We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts." It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. Start by actively seeking feedback. Use surveys, social media interactions, and direct customer communications to gather insights. And when you receive feedback, act on it. It's not just about hearing your customers, but showing them you value their input by making changes. For example, if several customers suggest longer hours at your cafe, and you adjust your timings, let them know you've listened. This kind of responsiveness builds a community around your brand. Customers feel valued and become brand ambassadors. Remember, the market is always changing, and so are customer expectations. Stay adaptable. Keep tweaking your products, services, and branding strategies based on customer interactions. This dynamic approach ensures that your brand remains relevant and resonant. By integrating these strategies into your business, you not only create a brand that stands out but one that continues to grow and resonate with your audience in 2024. Engage online, listen to feedback, and stay ready to evolve. Your brand's journey is never static. It's an exciting, ongoing conversation with your customers.